Hey guys, Cubes here on another video, and today I'm gonna explain you how to turn these corners in these two cubes, the edge turning octahedron and the rhombus. Well, this is the crazy version, but it works for the both versions. And first we're gonna start with the easiest one, that is this one. The algorithm is the same, but well, I guess that it's better to explain in this one that has less pieces than the other one. Well, first I'm gonna explain you how does it works. We have in both cubes these kinds of corners. They are the same in both. Well, for example, in this one the sticker is on the axis of turn, but in this one it doesn't. It has two colors, but well, they're the same. So first I'm gonna explain you what does the algorithm do, and then how to do the algorithm. First, it turns 90 degrees in this way and in this way, two pieces. The one that is up turns on this way as the clock, and the other one it turns the other way. So for this algorithm we're gonna use a bit of maths, a bit of geometry. We are gonna use the Cartesian plane, or this thing, you may remember it from the school. And we're gonna imagine that our cube is the Cartesian plane and it has the quadrants, obviously. Why does I explain you that? Well, on this algorithm we first do movements as the normal way, but then we do an accommodation. And we take this, that if we compare it to the Cartesian plane is the first quadrant, and then we take it like this and it continues being the first quadrant, but we have to make this turn. But well, we only move the cube without making turns with the pieces. So the algorithm goes like this. Obviously a notation for this cube as URF doesn't exist, so I'm only gonna do the movements. But what you must know is that on the algorithm we are gonna interact with these three corners. This one is not gonna rotate, and these ones are gonna rotate as I told you, this one on the clock way and this one the other way. We are gonna take these pieces to the other place, and as I told you, you have to imagine that it's like the Cartesian plane, because on the first part of the algorithm we are gonna work with the x-axis and then with the y-axis, and on the second part we are gonna first work with the y-axis and then with the x-axis. And after saying all that, I'm gonna show you how is the algorithm. First we have to do this movement, then this movement, and we undo and undo. The same with the y-axis. As I told you, you have to imagine this like if it were a Cartesian plane. First this, then this movement. Now we undo. Now we have to undo the first movements that were these ones, and now the second movement. Now we have to make the movement that I told you. This is my first quadrant, then I do this movement, and now the green face in this case continues being my first quadrant. But now we are gonna start with the y-axis as this, and now with the x-axis. Now we undo the y-axis movements, and as you can see, well, I'm gonna undo this movement. We have rotated these two corners. Now I'm gonna do it a bit faster if you want to look at it in a faster way. So let's start. Now we have to do this movement and there it is. And now we're gonna do the same with this cube, and as I told you at the beginning of the video, it's exactly the same idea. This piece is gonna be rotated as the clock, and this one the other way, and we're gonna take them the same as if it were the Cartesian plane, first with the x-axis, then with the y-axis, then we do this rotation of the cube, and then first y-axis, then x-axis, and all the things. So let's start. And as you can see, there it is. We have turned these corners. Another situation that we can have is that the corners that are wrong are on opposite faces, but this is solved the same way. In this case, for example, we should apply the algorithm that I showed you in this face, so that this one can be rotated, but this one is gonna be wrong. But what happens if this one goes this way, this one goes this way? And so let's imagine that the yellow is on this face, and if we apply the algorithm this way, as I told you, let's imagine that here we have the yellow face. This one is rotated this way, and this one is rotated this way, doing the algorithm again. So the idea is exactly the same. You only have to do twice the algorithm. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Another cube in which this algorithm works but with some modifications is the crazy doderhombus, that is the evil brother of this cube. But in this cube the algorithm changes a bit, but the video about how to rotate these corners in this cube is gonna be on Spanish. So now you know how to rotate corners in these two cubes. And that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you the next time you got a party. Goodbye.